Excellent.
Excellent ex-Queen guitarist Brian May, who looks like me.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Although I've made an effort to straighten out my hair. His hair is all curly.
Yeah, he really is sticking to that Louis XIV.
He loves it. He loves the Louis XIV
kind of thing.
Yeah. So we have a lot going on today. There's a whole bunch of things to do, but I'm not going to list them here. I'm too tired. Too tired to do the show today, actually. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Well, now that we've reported the street scene in New York.
Yeah, pretty much covered that.
All right, so we got Richard Pryor and Brian May of Queen coming in. That's a pretty good lineup. Hey, Gary, bring in that Los Angeles stuff. I mean, Las Vegas stuff. I want to get to everything before Brian May gets here. That's pretty good.
A news day is what it is.
What is it, Papa Fooey? While we're arguing, we have a guest waiting out in the lane. Who would that be? Brian May.
Ask him if he wants a book.
Well, you want to know something? I have this list of Richard Pryor questions I could ask Brian May.
I wonder how he'd answer it.
All right, Brian May, of course. Is he formally of Queen? Because Queen is
Well, he's doing a solo thing now, and
right.
Queen doesn't exist.
I guess not.
It said right, I just ripped open the wrapper, but it said Brian May, formerly of Queen.
No, I'm anxious to meet Brian. I've met him a couple of times real quick, like in
Yeah, you
passing.
passed him.
You know why people say he looks like you? Because he's as tall as you are. Yeah, and he also has the same hair as you. Right. But except now I've been straightening my hair a little bit, blowing it out straight.
Well, even Brian said it. I mean, when you met him, he said, we look alike.
Yeah. You know, they got a photographer up here. You can see it's going to be in every trade magazine, separated at birth. Yeah. He's a little better looking than me, though. He's got a nicer nose.
Well, I'll be the judge.
All right, well, let's take a look at him. Let's see what, let's just see what he's got going. He's got a better body than me. But he has all day to work out and stuff because he's a multimillionaire.
Yeah, how often does he get up at this time of the morning?
Yeah, the only time he gets up is if he's promoting a record. Oh, man. All right. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to be back with Brian May and his new solo album right after these words.
It's the KLSX Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Stern.
All right, let's bring in Brian May of Queen, formerly of Queen. Freddie Mercury is gone now, so there's no more Queen, but maybe we'll get a different guy to front the band. All right. There you are, dude. Let me see if you really look like me. Well, you got the same sort of... Let me see. Look at you.
Hey, he wears the same kind of clothes.
Hey, yeah. Hey, you dress like me. You dress like me on my E-show. I even have that guitar pin that you're wearing. I have one of those jackets.
Follows me around.
I saw Brian May backstage at the MTV Awards, but he was giving me some kind of rock star attitude.
No, I don't think so.
No way. He just said hello, and then it was like...
Friendly.
He had a whole entourage with him.
Yeah, really.
You're to blow your hair straight like I'm doing now. See what I'm doing? I'm going like...
so cool as you see.
Yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy. Yeah, I'm real cool.
Hard to be that cool.
Tell me about you, Howard.
Brian's got a better body than me, right, Robin?
Well, he's thin and lanky, just like you are.
Yeah, but he's got like bigger
show
shoulders.
as much of it as you do.
He's got bigger shoulders.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't?
I think you've got the same build.
Who do you think's better looking, me or Brian? He's got a nicer nose.
His nose is still very prominent.
Hey, you could almost be like my brother or something.
Hello, Miss Robin. How you
Hello,
doing?
how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Does it disturb you that you look like me? It's got to.
I never realized it. Let's get straight in there. Yeah, probably does.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's interesting because, like, you have your own kind of territory, and I remember the first time somebody said, "Hey, Howard Stern."
Hey, you're Howard Stern, and you went, no.
Who?
Well, there's something wrong with me. Like, at least Brian's a rock star. I walk around looking like a rock star, and I'm not a rock
Yeah,
star.
at least he can play the guitar.
Yeah, at least he can do something. I don't know what my problem
I
is.
was going to say I can play.
I'm like the MTV VJs. They all dress like rock stars and try to look like rock stars, and none of them do anything. Like, what's our problem? What's going on there? But,
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You don't want to look like a DJ. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah. So, Brian, like, you would walk around sometimes and people would say, hey, Howard Stern.
It happened, I guess, a couple of years ago. But the rest of my life, I walked around and people just thought it was me. So.
Right. Yeah. So it had to be pretty upsetting.
So that's a shock.
That's right. We're trying to gradually become aware of you, and some people said, he's a terrible guy, I'm a good guy. And some people said, no, he's big, he's great, so then I found out who you were and stuff.
Makes you more controversial.
Yeah, well, in a way, yeah. And then eventually, they came and they said, well, you should do a show. So
Excellent.
I sort of said, well, it seems like our paths were meant to cross. And I mean, they did cross mildly at MTV when your ass was hanging